back with one not there, it's a risk. So was this a publicity stunt from the get-go? No. This was real hatred for each other. They are exhausted because here's the thing is like we can hate each other, but we can also make a couple $1 million. A couple $1 million is a couple $1 million. I'm just saying, if I had to be in a room with a person that I completely despise for like, a couple months and shoot a show, people do it all the time. And you smile and nod and you leave and you close off your energy. So I feel like this was orchestrated by, I feel like this, yeah, they were like, you know what? We'll bring the show back. The show is coming back. It's coming back with all of them, you know? And it's going to be very interesting to see the way they're able to accommodate a smile. Like I would be like, I've never watched this show, I've never seen the show, but I would be very interested to watch the episode. And I feel like that's exactly what the network wants. They want people to be like, how are they going to come back together? Are they going to continue to ignore each other? Are they not? It's the biggest year-long cliffhanger anyone's ever had, and this couldn't be more epic as a marketing ploy than ever. And they just kind of waited for her to cool off, calm down, and we're going to come back with a bang. This is a very good investment. The holding the breath, waiting for that type of thing is I really feel like she's waiting to hear the contracts, waiting to get things moving. She said yes, but now it's like I need the fresh air tank. You know what I mean? Like what am I going to be expected to do? And as we talked about before, being authentic to yourself is everything. That does not happen to be for reality TV. So how am I going to pull off on unauthentic? You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of like the big struggle too, because who is going to submit? That's the other big
It's
one.
like a power struggle.
It is like who's going to submit? Who's going to tap out? And that's kind of the biggest thing ever. But I will tell you that, oh, I can finally breathe again because she's finally released it. I feel like once things get going and she sees how easy it is to be deceptive in that narrative for paycheck, oh, it's gold.
Because
From
because now I should also tell you this has been going on for like a decade. So they've done this before. Like I mean years ago, maybe like 6 years.
oh,
They've hated each other, but it never got to this point. So they fake made up back in the day. Everyone that was in the know knew that they hated each other. So
they
they've
never made.
hated the
They
like
have to do better.
right. They never made up. And the difference this time is that it got so bad in the press and in reality that like the network, like, look, the network would have brought the show back if we all were dumb. If they could have fooled us, they would have done it. It's that everyone was now in on the game of like, no, this woman, Teresa hates this woman, Melissa. Like we wouldn't have bought it. So now as you know, listen, they're not even ready to do it now, but she's already softening. They're going to have to really make us believe it because the audience wants to see it, but they don't want to see it if they know it's fake.
So how do you make unauthentic real? You know what I mean? They're both going to have to go to film school. They're both going to have to go to
They're going
actionability.
to have to.
There's so much built up resentment. So much
Decades,
resentment.
decades.
They loathe each other. Like it's not even like it's if the other person didn't exist, you know what I mean? There wouldn't be a presence at the funeral. You know what I mean? Like they would just be, oh, okay, like it's just another day. Like this person passes, like people die every day. Like that's just it. But I feel that they need to make it look reasonable. When you said they fake maked up before, I chuckled because it was so bad. It was so unauthentic that I feel like everyone saw it, but I feel like people liked it because it was so authentic. You cannot pull that again. That stunt you can do once. You can come back and do the unauthentic makeup, but people want to see growth. And as we talked about before, the Real Housewives and stuff like that is about seeing women of power and growing and growth and get through turbulent times and grow out of them. So if they can negotiate a way to make it feel authentic, that they've really sat down and grew up. They don't need to be best friends. They don't need to be friends, but they do need to be acquaintances. And they are family. I put that in air quotes.
They are.
Um, they are family, but if they can just sit down and make it work and make it look authentic to the point where they do need to converse. They do need to choose sides that are on the same sides this time around. If they can do that, they can produce a really epic comeback. And then the show will go on for another 9, 10 seasons, 19 seasons, however long it needs to go on, as long as they can pull this off. So this is the biggest comeback, but has to be fueled with authenticity comeback.
Right, because not speaking, we already did
No,
that. I mean, that's why
it's
the show's
boring.
off. Yeah.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. I'd rather hear "See You Next Tuesday" all day long on the show. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To each other. And it's entertainment and that sells t-shirts. Like I would definitely buy a shirt that had them yelling that at each other. It'd be great. Um,
Well, if you tune into the Real Housewives of New Jersey, you will hear "See You Next Tuesday" about 15 times per episode. So there you go.
aw, I want to wear it on a chain around my neck. That'd be so sweet.
That could be your new chain.
I know,
Um,
I know. But yeah, so that's what I feel on those two. So wish them best of lucks because they're both very, very strong. But if they can just be do a lot of breath work, do a lot of soul searching,
just look
and
at your
just
bank account.
exactly there it is. Just look at your bank account.
I'm like you. I'm like, give me $1 million and pick five of my enemies and put us all in a room. I will smile from ear to ear.
I will have the grandest dinner party in the world, and I'll walk away with $1 million in my pocket. I feel like
Correct.
that's understandable, and that opportunity is not something they're going to pass up. So I think they can do it. I would just, it's not going to be authentic. Can I just say that? And I'm okay with that.
I am okay with that too.
Let's be entertainers. Let's be professionals, and let's go out and put on the greatest comeback and pull it off and do it with pizzazz and just grin and bear it for a little bit of time. You don't have to see each other at family functions. I don't feel like they do anyway. So, mm,
I agree with all that. We will, okay, next time we'll talk about this more.
yeah.
Chrisleys was so interesting, and I could talk to you about life stuff all the time. Everyone needs to go to the Psychic Source, download the app, go to the website, enter code Velvet, $20 for 35 minutes, 57 cents a minute. You could find Psychic Raquel. And thank you again. Sorry this went so long.
Oh no,
I I
I
know you're
apologize for so
busy.
long. No, 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 no. I just
I could talk to you for hours, really. I'm
I
just
know, but I love to throw in, not intentionally. It's just the way spirit guides me sometimes. I love to throw in when we can make this like a learning episode. You know what I mean?
I would do a learning episode every episode if it were me. I've said this before, I would like to rebrand as a self-help podcast. That is my true calling.
I will be your first guest
Okay.
show. I am all about it. I think it's fantastic. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so
It's
much for
always a pleasure.
having me.
Have a
And
good
for
day.
everybody out
Stay
there listening,
cool.
oh, I know. Well, it's cool outside in LA right now,
It
which is
is.
I guess it's just June gloom. But it's so funny because we had like a little bit of lovely sun, which by the way, don't judge, don't hate. We love it. But right now it's a little cloudy, so we're gonna whine about it because that's what we do here in Southern California.
That is. But see, being from the East Coast, I like this June gloom way better. And I like that there's no sun out and I like that it's cold.
Well, then I hope it rains a little bit for you. It drizzled a little bit this morning.
If it rained,
Lovely.
it would be a home run.
Well, you know what? I wish that for you. And then I wish for the sun to come back again.
Okay. I wish that for you. All right. I will see you soon. Thank you. This was great. I appreciate it.
Always. Have a great one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.